Hello, hello, my wonderful nonprofit people. I'm just going to give folks a moment to hop in here, giving everybody a moment to hop in. Oh, I'm seeing my ear. I, by the way, have a very rare um, uh, a rare autoimmune disease called relapsing polychondritis. And I'm just noticing here, I share it with all of you publicly. It makes my ears very red sometimes. Anyway, just an interesting note for me. Otherwise, I'm basically fine. If any of you out there are listening have relapsing polychondritis, reach out. I'd love to chat with you. Anyway, back to all things nonprofits. It is not just boards who get stuck in the weeds. I see this all the time with nonprofit leaders, CEOs, and other folks in the C-suite, and potentially all nonprofit staff. We get stuck in the weeds of our day-to-day operations and work that we kind of should do, but should is defined because that's what nonprofits do, or other people are doing it, right? Everybody else does Giving Tuesday. We should do it too. As opposed to the strategic should, as in we should do it because if we do this, we will get the result that we want to. Therefore, we're really excited to do this thing, right? So in short, we get stuck in the weeds of day-to-day operations, and we don't leave room for strategic planning. I literally just got off a call with my Thrive clients, and we were talking about the value of spending time on really thinking about strategy, the outcomes that you're trying to achieve with your strategy, right? So what is a strategy? A strategy is, and my camera keeps freezing today. A strategy is a set of goals that you want to achieve and the tactics that you're going to take to achieve those goals. And this client who I've been working with for several years now, she was really, she's grown so much. Sherry, you know who you are. And it takes time to evolve into somebody who is ready and willing to invest serious time in the strategic work. And I think part of that is because it is so counterculture to our space. Got to get that strategy in, got to get that done, right? But the reality is, and like get it like once and done, right? Like let's just get it out of the way, like some annoying thing, or we don't have time to do strategy. We just push it off and off and off. But the reality is, the more time you invest in strategy, to a certain extent, the better your results will be. You will start focusing your work on what really moves the needle. And I promise you this, not only will you see more results, but you will also end up working less. The same client is about to go on total vacation for 2 weeks. And her team and her organization will be fine. So, but it takes takes trust. It takes a mindset shift. And I want to share with you a thought I've had recently, because so many nonprofit executive directors and CEOs come to me feeling overwhelmed. And I have wondered if secretly you are afraid that if you are working fewer hours, that you will be judged as not caring about your mission as much, or that you will be judged maybe even just by yourself as somehow not worthy of being the leader of your organization. And I invite you just to sit with that for a moment. I know for myself, when I started sharing publicly that I was working 3 days a week, and at the moment I'm not, but honestly, I'm about to go back to working 3 days a week because I got more done in 3 days a week than I am currently working 4 or 5 days a week. But when I went to share that, because in working 3 days a week, I felt that I needed to have an email autoresponder that let people know. So like if they sent me an email, I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If they send me an email Wednesday afternoon, I'm not going to respond until Monday, maybe even Tuesday. And I thought people should know. But in that moment, just before I added that autoresponder, I felt the most intense not the most intense, but I felt really strong emotions that people would judge me as lazy. That's my own internal dialogue, that they would judge me as lazy for only working 3 days a week, right? Only working. The reality was quite the opposite. I did it and I got so many people who responded to my autoresponder. Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. And the other reality of it was I got more done, more accomplished, right? I didn't necessarily have more on my to-do list. I streamlined my to-do list, but I got more accomplished. I had more better results. And the only way to work 3 days a week is to be extremely mindful of your strategic goals, what outcomes you want to achieve, and then really stay hyper focused on only letting that work that is achieving those goals onto your to-do list and rapidly removing anything that isn't. So I would love to hear from you. If you want to talk with me privately, you can email me, Sarah, SARAH, at pivotground.com. Or if you feel comfortable sharing with the community, you can put it in the comments here. How do you feel? Do you think there's a part of you that is secretly, says I'm overwhelmed and I'd like to work less, but is secretly also resisting, saying, well, I couldn't work 4 days a week. People would judge me. That would look bad. What would that say? Because if you are pedaling against yourself in the other direction, you are not likely to have easy success in making a bigger impact. And it is almost always, they go hand in hand, making a bigger impact and working less. They actually go together. You have to almost work less in order to make an impact, is a precursor. You work less and then you make a bigger impact. It is not ever in reality, right? The facts here. You don't ever make a bigger impact and then pull back and work less. You pull back and work less. You do that in a strategic way, meaning you have clear goals and you get hyper-focused on what's going to achieve those goals. And then you work less, but only on the things that are getting results. And then you get results. That's all I have for you today. If you'd like to be in the room with my Thrivers, I actually have a few open spots in the Thrive program right now. You can go to pivotground.com/application. There is a short application form. It just tells me a little bit about where you're at, what you're looking to achieve. And then you'll have an opportunity to schedule a call with me. I review those applications manually. If for some reason I don't think we're going to be a good fit, I will cancel our call so we don't waste time on that. Otherwise, we'll get on the phone on a Zoom call. I'll look probably just like this with my red ears and my nice background. And we'll talk through your situation and see the best way to help you. Until next time, I wish you all the best.